And the next speaker, as I mentioned, we have Antonio Stefan, the CEO of Tada, and he'll be sharing about the marketing strategies that actually work during the upcoming economic downturn. Hi, Stefan.
Hello, how's it going?
Yeah, very good. Thank you so much for joining us at Marketing in the New Normal. And anytime when you're ready, you can take it away.
Yeah, I'm ready. Can you see my screen?
All right. Yes, we can see.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
Hello, everyone. My name is Taufan. I'm the CEO of Tada. So the topic of today, my sharing is about the marketing strategies that actually work during the upcoming economic downturn. Now, the key here is the upcoming. Why? So before I go to my topic, let me introduce a bit about who we are and what we do. So Tada is basically an end-to-end customer retention platform. We help businesses from capturing their customer information to do a lot of promotion, from subscription, rewards, franchises, loyalty, and so on, to the customer data platform, even to the personalized communication, meaning that we can help them with their email, SMS, and push notification. Everything is in one platform. We work in Southeast Asia with brands like Vans, Guess, Lenovo. So we work with from F&B, food and beverage, to fashion, to consumer goods, to banking, and even to insurances. Now, I'm gonna start my talk with this. So this is my thesis. I'm happy if I can be wrong. But from what I understand, that the economic recession is coming up based on statistics. Why? Because since 1945 to today, there have been 12 recessions. So it's basically one every 5.9 years. Now, if you remember, the last time we had recession was in June 2000. It was in 2008 and ended in June 2009. If you do the stats, by 2015, we should have had a recession, but we didn't. So now after 11 years, we haven't had any recession, and the stats lean towards, okay, recession might come up, and that should not surprise us. My belief is that the corona itself is only going to accelerate the whole thing. Now you ask me why. First of all, small businesses only hold 27 cash buffer days in reserve. A lot of businesses now have their employees on unpaid leave, or they already laid off. So that's the first one. The second one, this is an article from Wall Street. Even like in the US and also in Asia, unemployment is at all-time high. And many are saying that this is equivalent to the depression back in the 90s, when the unemployment is so high. Now, during a recession, people behavior will change. Brands will change. As a business, all of us will try to preserve our money. We will stop opening new outlets. We will reduce all marketing spending that we can just to survive. In terms of end customer, they will nickel and dime everything. They will calculate every single thing that they spend. They will go to the brands they know, and they will be more loyal to you if you are the preferred brand. If you're not, too bad. They will go to the preferred brand. Now, what is the strategies during this economic crisis? I divide this into two strategies. The first one is the offensive strategy, meaning what is the most effective way for you to acquire new customer? And what I mean by effective is low cost. And the second one is, sorry, that's a mistake. It should be a defensive strategy. What is the most effective way for you to retain your customer? And by being effective, I mean low cost. Let's go with the offensive strategy first. This is the data that we have from BCG. So when someone buys a thing, when someone purchases a goods or services, either it's a B2C or it's a B2B, whom do the consumer trust? Is it your website? Is it your advertising? Is it your sales rep? It turns out that for B2C, the most influential drive is the people they know. is your friend, is your family, is your spouse. And for B2B purchase, the most essential drive is your colleagues or your friends. You can see all that website, TV, ads, and everything else is down below. People listen to the people that they know. And I want to go back to this basic during the time of crisis. How do we leverage the people that the business know, or how do I leverage my social circle so I can boost my products? Now, if you compare that with the ad spend by medium, the data is in 2017, but it doesn't change a lot even in 2020. The only difference is that digital marketing goes up. But if you see that, you can compare the two slides. There is a contradiction here. In the first one, you see that the people they know is 90%. On the second slide, let me ask you this. How much do you spend influencing your customers' friends so they influence their friends to buy to buy your services? Almost zero. Everything is focused on the SEO, AdWords, TV, radio, magazine, and stuff. We are missing something here. I want to show you a case study by KFC in the US. No, in China, sorry. It's called the Pocket Franchise. I'm going to play the video so you can see. It's only a minute of video. Let me know if you cannot see the video, yeah. We see a lot there, but I want to go back to the basic. Forget all the gamification that they do. But what I see the most effective here is actually the concept of the virtual franchise. How KFC enable their customers to actually sell for them. And this concept is actually not a new concept. What is virtual franchise? Virtual franchise is a business model where a brand recruits their own customer as virtual franchisee to sell the goods and services for the brands. This is the whole flow. So you as a brand, you gather a group of virtual franchisees. Most of these are gonna be from your most loyal customer, and then they will promote your product and services, and then you will give commission to them for promoting your product and services. You will fulfill the order and deliver to the buyer right away. The modified version for this is actually, you can even let your virtual franchisees to recruit another franchisee. So if they sell your goods to their friends, they will get 10% commission. But if they recruit another franchisee and the franchisee sell goods to their friends, you will get 10% commission of that 10% of the people that you recruit. Sounds like multi-level, yes, but this is more, for me, I would like to say that, first of all, this is not multi-level, this is like a one level. But why this model is right at this first time? Why this model is, at this moment, is the best model that we see can work out there? First of all, unemployment is all-time high. So a lot of people are looking for additional income. They need to make money. And you see this in your WhatsApp. You see this in your Facebook. What? You see that suddenly now your friends are selling something. Either they're selling frozen food, they're selling coffee, they're selling donuts, whatever. Everyone becomes an entrepreneur now. They use their Instagram, they use their WhatsApp, whatever, to actually sell anything to their customer. And you as a customer, you are used to buying things online. You are okay to buy things via your friend's WhatsApp. Now, in terms of goods, what kind of goods can you sell to your customer? The first one is you can sell goods. You can sell your own product. You can sell your fashion. You can sell your supplement, whatever. Secondly, you can sell your own e-voucher. So let's say you are a restaurant. You can, just like the Poke franchise thing in the KFC, you can ask your customer to buy a bucket of chicken, and then they can use this to redeem at the store. And secondly, you can ask your franchisee to sell your subscription. And what is subscription? I'm going to talk after this, because the subscription is actually the defensive strategy, how you can retain your customer in this difficult time. The whole journey is pretty simple. So basically, you will provide your franchisee with an app or a website, whereby from that app or from that website, they can start selling to their friends. They can sell the whole entire catalog, or they can just sell one product to their friend. When their friends buy from their link, which is their e-shop, so it's basically a virtual shop with your friends own it, the people that buy that get an additional discount, and your friend will get the commissions. And then they can broadcast that to their friends via WhatsApp, via Facebook, via everything. And again, they can sell one single product, or they can sell the whole entire catalog to their friends. The second one is, and this is what we see is working with some of our clients, the franchisees start recruiting other franchisees so they can get commissions. Now, suddenly your product and services become very viral because every one of your customers are selling your product to their friends. And what kind of things that you need to pay attention to? I'll show you the picture of our dashboard and how we see this. What we think is the most important ones. The first one is you have a number of members. PHP is peso, by the way, because we are also in the Philippines. The number of members that you have, from them, how many actually become your franchisee, and how much the franchisee sell for you. What is the commission that they get, and what is the revenue that they can generate for you. And you can customize this franchisee in a lot of ways. The virtual franchisee can be free, so everyone can join and everyone can sell your products. But it can also be a paid franchisee. So imagine, if you want to be my franchisee, you have to pay 5,000 ringgit. And with that, so you can do a silver and gold leveling. But for silver it's free, for gold you have to pay, but for gold you get to have additional benefits in terms of a higher commission, in terms of a better product suite, whatever. So that one is in the offensive strategy, how you can attack and get and acquire new customer. The second one is on the defensive strategy. What is the most effective way at this moment to retain your customer? And I want to go back to my all-time favorite case study, which is basically from Amazon. Now, in 2011, Jeff Bezos launched this Amazon Prime subscription. The idea is that customer will have to pay $79, and then they will get unlimited free one-day shipping. In terms of cost, this one-day shipping is very costly. But Amazon still do it. Why? Because they want to lock in their customer. The customer pays upfront to Amazon. Now, every time the customer buys something from e-commerce, they want to buy it from Amazon because it's a one-day shipping and they paid upfront to Amazon already. And if you see my previous slide, you can see that an Amazon Prime in a year actually spends a lot more than a regular Amazon member. Why? Again, it's simple. Everyone pays upfront, so you locked in your customer. This is a study from Stanford. It's basically saying that every business now will soon be a subscription business. So for your case, you have subscription for movie. What is that? Netflix. You have subscription for song, which is Spotify. Some people subscribe for Grab. Now, how eventually I will subscribe to one thing for everything in my life. Why? It's cheaper. Remember, during the time of crisis, people will nickel and dime everything. They will calculate every single cent that they spend. So if I can subscribe and be loyal to one brand, but as a reward, I will get a lower price. As a reward, I will get a preferred treatment. People will subscribe to that. But remember, once they subscribe to one thing in their life, they're not going to subscribe to another similar brand. So you have to be the preferred brand to be that. This example, I put like 7 examples for how can a subscription model work. You pick your own. But there are so many case studies that we see, and even ones that our clients implement that work for them and some don't work. So the first one is the discounted model by Uber. Uber in the US, they launched this subscription. So basically what they ask you is you pay $15 per month, and every time you ride on Uber, you get a 15% off for that month. Now, in the US, Uber has a competitor. In Asia, they have Grab, but in the US, there is a company called Lyft. Lyft. And Lyft also launched their own subscription model. Why? Because they need to compete with Uber. If Uber has a subscription and they don't, people will go to Uber. And what is a Lyft subscription? Basically, they ask people to pay for $4.99, and then they will get 10 free $4 coupon. So as a customer, you pay $5, but you get $40 in return. It's a good deal. But what they try to do is they lock you in for at least that 10 transaction because you pay upfront. This is a salon chain in India. And what they ask you is, hey, you have to pay us $16.99. And every month, I will send you an e-voucher worth of $500 for free for a year. You pay $6,000, you pay $16.99. The value of the goods that you get is $6,000. But again, you are locked in for a year with this brand. Burger King in the US is another case study that I like to mention. What they do is they ask customer to pay $5 a month. And for $5 a month, every time you go to Burger King, you get a free coffee. They don't make money from the subscription, guys. They make money when they go there, when the customers go there. They get the free coffee, but they also get the free burger. Not the free burger. They pay for the burger for the breakfast. So they make money on the upside of the transaction. But people will go to Burger King every single day to claim their free coffee. Grab, in Indonesia, they do this. You pay 75,000 for 3 months. You get 5 voucher worth 35,000 per voucher. The same analogy. Why they do that? They want to lock in the customer. So if you think about subscription, the possibility is endless. You can create what you want, and you can think about how can this lock in my customer. Now, from all of that we discussed, first of all is the virtual franchisee, which is the offensive strategy. And people can sell your own goods, they can sell your e-voucher, or they can sell your subscription. But then when they sell the subscription, the end customer is actually locked into your brand. So we use virtual franchisee to bring new customer. First of all, you need to find the franchisees first, and then they will be asked to bring the customer. And then what they sell is that the subscription, so the end customer actually retain and do more and more transaction in your brand. And what's important for you at the end is the data. How you can see which virtual franchisee actually do the biggest favor to you, which customer is actually the most valuable to you. Why? Because once this is all over, customer will remember how you treat them. They don't remember the kind of discount that you give them. They don't remember how expensive or how cheap your product is. They will remember the feeling that when they use your product, when they use your services, how that make them feel. And in order to do that, you need to personalize your communication. Meaning that if I only buy once and my friend buys 10 times to your brand, you should send a different marketing campaign to me and to my friend. You should send a more preferable treatment to my friend, because no one want to be treated equal. If you treat me and my friend the same, and my friend is more loyal to you, she'll run away and she'll choose another brand and she'll subscribe to another brand. And that's what you don't want to lose. That's it for me. If you want to talk to me, that's my email, taufan@tada.com. You can always jump on a Zoom call anytime to discuss what kind of virtual franchising is possible, what kind of subscription is possible for your brand. Thanks a lot.
Hi, Taufan. Thank you so much for your presentation. Thank you so much for sharing your inputs. And can we take a few questions, though? That's a few questions.
Sure.
Okay. The first question is affiliate marketing versus virtual franchise. What are the differences?
Thank you, Salva, for asking that. That's a very good question. What I see as a difference is that affiliate marketing is geared more towards a high-tech company. Like a lot of e-commerce are using that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of e-commerce are using that. A lot of Uber and so on are using that. For virtual franchisee, you let your franchisee to have their own store. So they have their own store. As a franchisee, right, I can ask my customer to come to my store, or I can send a link to everyone so they can purchase similar the product that they need. The concept is similar. I mean, we can say affiliate, franchisee, reseller, agent, whatever there is. But what we see from franchisee is that people are also have more pride in it. I'm very proud to be a franchisee of your brand. I'm very proud to be associated with only your brand because I'm your franchisee, and they will feel more rewarded.
Okay. Next is how does it work for B2B?
The way I see it is the same, right? If you remember my slide, in the B2B, the number one thing that people believe as the trusted source to buy goods and services is their friends. So how can you enroll your customer, enroll them to be your virtual franchisee, and then ask them to sell to their friends? The concept is similar.
Okay. Next up is, Is your Tada providing this virtual website application?
So we are basically your tech platform for all of this. We provide from the website, from the commission payout calculation, how you between franchisee to franchisee, how they get the commission and what is the percentage, what kind of stores that they want to have, what kind of discount that they can have, and the whole analytics we provide from end to end.
Okay. That's one long question. I believe there is different impact from good resellers versus bad resellers. Bad resellers, example, those who try hard and spill out whatever they can, even though if it's not true, in order to try to sell it. Over time, the brand itself will be negatively impacted. Is it true?
It's true, but the way you want to limit that. What we see is in a lot of the social selling, reselling, and so on. First of all, if you ask the reseller to fulfill the goods and the services, that's a big problem. Why? Because if you ask them to put some stocks in their inventory, in their warehouse, in their bedroom, their stocks can go bad. If it's an ice cream, it can be melted. If it's a vegetable, it can be rotten. So what you want is you want to control this. So what our platform enables is that the virtual franchisee has their own store, but they don't do the fulfillment of the goods and the services. Once the end customer buys, then you fulfill directly to them. So that's the first one. You want to control the logistic of your product and services. The second one, you want to control the pricing that they can sell to their customer. Because if you don't control that, your bottom pricing will be everywhere. Some customer will sell your product for 1,000 ringgit, some will sell for 500 ringgit, some will sell for 2,000 ringgit. So you wanna lock that in. You as a franchisee, this product you can only sell for 2,000 ringgit, and everyone is the same. Cannot be different from anyone. So you want to control the logistic and you want to control the pricing. Then you're safe.
Okay. That's okay. What is the subscription example for Burger King?
What is the subscription example for Burger King?
Example for Burger King, yeah.
So in the US, what they do is they charge the customer $5 a month. And for that $5, the customer can go to any Burger King and get a free coffee once a day. We have similar case study with our clients. And what we see is out of every 3 people who come to claim their free coffee, they also buy breakfast with them. So in the free coffee, you don't make money. But when they buy breakfast, when they ask their friends to come with them to the coffee shop, you make a lot of money there because it's only 1 free coffee a day. And for $5 a month, who cannot afford that?
Okay. And there's also another question about the subscription model for Metro MRT e-ticket apps.
Sorry, say that again. What is the app?
How may I launch subscription model for Metro MRT e-ticket apps?
Oh, I don't know about the Metro model, but there are a bunch of things that you can do with subscription. So first of all, you can ask the customer to subscribe to your main product. So if it's like a Metro ticket, for example, I pay for a certain ringgit, and then every day I get a free access to that, whatever you provide. Right? So it's the main product as the subscription model. The second one is not the main model, but the secondary model, meaning that every time I use your services, I get a 20% discount, or I get a 10 ringgit coupon every time I use your services, up to 10 times, up to 20 times, up to a month. It can be a lot. So we see that, hey, you can sell your direct product, or you can sell we call it the derivative of your product, either the discount, the benefit, the coupon, or whatever there is.
Okay. I think there's another question. How can you give an example on how B2B can use this model? I think you did explain about how it works for B2B. So would you like to give an example of that, or shall we move on to the next question? Up to you.
Um, Again, the model is the same, right? Because what I believe is you can talk about B2B or B2C because our company is B2B. And what we see is people buy from people. People don't buy from a company. I buy Apple because of Steve Jobs. I don't buy Apple because of Apple. So
Yeah.
how you can move your customer to basically sell for you and say good things about your brand. That's what matters.
Okay. And is the digital ebook still good to sell?
I see I see a question from Darren Tung, how to avoid this kind of reseller. First of
Um,
all,
yeah.
first of all, you can do two things, right? The first one is that you can ask the reseller to pay nothing to join your virtual franchise program, or you can ask the reseller to pay something as a commitment fee. And once they commit, once they commit and they pay, they are more committed to sell your product. Now, in our system, everything is automated, so the reseller cannot play with the pricing. If you said that this product is gonna cost is retail price for 50 ringgit, then that's the only way they can sell them. That's the first one. The second one, when the customer pays and buys that product, the money goes directly to you, not to the reseller, and then the reseller pays you. Because the system is actually you as the principal, you collect the payment first, you deliver the goods, you set the pricing. And that's a
Okay.
lot safer for you as a
Mm-hmm.
brand.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I hope that answered Darren's question. And any more question from the audience, do put it in the comment section. There's one question from Yap. If that reseller not selling to do so, not willing to, if the reseller is not willing to do so,
You mean the reseller is not willing to sell your product?
uh,
Then they don't have to be your reseller. That's why I said that. First of all, you don't want to have like 50,000 of resellers either. What you want is you want to have a small number of franchisees, but they are very committed to you. And you can do a lot of things. Right? You can give them training. You can record yourself on webinar so they learn how to promote your product correctly. But what we see as the most effective way to promote the product is either by using Facebook, because Facebook, like me, I have like thousands of friends in Facebook. I don't even know them. In my WhatsApp, I have like thousands of friends and I don't even know them. So I can just promote via all the social media.
okay. Um, Here's another long question. During this pandemic, one thing we are noticing is this: people are turning towards local brands rather than global brands since the supply chain is disrupted. So, do you think global brands require a new marketing strategy to compete again in the market?
My take is that this is the new normal. If you
Yeah.
ask me about, hey, will this virtual franchise model work 6 months ago? I don't think so. At this
Mhm.
moment, you have to treat the market as a new plain white landscape. Change
Mhm.
everything. Change your marketing strategy. Change the way you approach people. Change the way you approach your customer. The virtual franchising model can work now. Why? Because a lot of people are unemployed. And you can treat that as your advantage. You can help them by giving them a side income if you have a good product and services. Either you're a local brand or you're a global brand, forget about the marketing 101 that you learn in college. Think about, this is a new normal, this is a new market. How can I be how can I survive in this situation, regardless you're a local or a global brand.
I think what you said is really true. This is indeed the new normal, and everyone is seeing how they can adapt to this new normal. And another question is publish or post a lot of content. What you can do is post as much truth about your product that resellers can't differ much without being exposed of their lie by customer themselves.
That's a very good question. So in the platform, so first of all, you also want to control the message that they publish in the social media or whatever there is. And that is one of the module that we created. So basically, as a reseller, how do I get my commission? First of all, I can sell to the end customer. Secondly, I can recruit another franchisee to sell for me. The third, I can repost your digital content in my social media. So what we do is, if you have a Facebook article, or if you have an Instagram article, if the reseller shared that, so first of all, you will push that to the reseller using our system. Is all automated. Push that to the reseller, and when they click share in my Facebook or share in my LinkedIn, then they will get additional commission. So even the message that they send to the masses, you control the end-to-end journey of that. And they have another incentive to push you to their social media, because they also get commission from pushing your content to the people. But notice what happened though. If you as a brand push your own content, people is not going to trust you, because you're very subjective. You will talk good about yourself, but if your customer is the one who reposts or reshare your content in their social media, people are gonna latch onto that. They believe the people. They don't believe your brand. They don't believe you as a CEO. In fact, CEO is the most distrusted people probably after lawyer and banker, but they will believe the friends who post the content.
Okay, I think with that we have answered all the questions. So thank you so much, Taufan, for joining us, for sharing your inputs into marketing in the new normal. Really, really appreciate all your answers, all your inputs, and many of them are thanking you, Taufan. So thank you so much, and I think we can invite the next speaker. Thank you so much for joining us, Taufan.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Exabytes. Grow your business online.